Chapter 57. The righteous perish, and no one ponders it in his heart. Devout men are taken away, and no one understands that the righteous are taken away to be spared from evil. Those who walk uprightly enter into peace. They find rest as they lie in death. But you come here, you sons of a sorceress, you offspring of adulterers and prostitutes. Whom are you mocking? At whom do you sneer and stick out your tongue? Are you not a brood of rebels, the offspring of liars? You burn with lust among the oaks and under every spreading tree. You sacrifice your children in the ravines and under the overhanging crags. The idols among the smooth stones of the ravines are your portion, they that are your lot. Yes, to them you have poured out drink offerings and offered grain offerings. In the light of these things, should I relent? You have made your bed on a high and lofty hill. There you went up to offer your sacrifices. Behind your doors and your doorposts, you have put your pagan symbols, forsaking me. You uncovered your bed. You climbed into it and opened it wide. You made a pact with those whose beds you love, and you looked on their nakedness. You went to Molech with olive oil and increased your perfumes. You sent your ambassadors far away. You descended to the grave itself. You were worried by all your ways, but you would not say it is hopeless. You found renewal of your strength, and so you did not faint. Whom have you so dreaded and feared that you have been false to me, and have neither remembered me nor pondered this in your hearts? Is it not because I have long been silent that you do not fear me? I will expose your righteousness and your works, and they will not benefit you. When you cry out for help, let your collection of idols save you. The wind will carry all of them off, a mere breath will blow them away. But the man who makes me his refuge will inherit the land and possess my holy mountain. Ooh boy, there's a lot here. Okay, so listen to what he says. Whom are you mocking? At whom do you sneer and stick out your tongue? Are you not a brood of rebels, the offspring of liars? So, during this time in the Old Testament, times of the kings, because remember, Isaiah was after Solomon. He was during the kings of Israel and Judah. And so during this time, slowly but surely, the people were not worshiping the Lord, so much so that they were taunting, make fun of people who still worship the Lord, because they continued to not worship the Lord. They didn't understand why they weren't being blessed, why the Philistines and other stuff would come in, rob and raid, and were successful, and they continued to mimic other nations around them. They continue to not rely on the Lord, to try to do it on their own, doing whatever it is, setting up fortified what have you that failed, having watchmen that failed. Everything that they would try would fail. And to the point where they were like, well, even if there is God, he's not protecting me. So again, here's a group of people that are not worshiping the Lord, don't care about the Lord. They're doing their own idols. And this is what Isaiah is telling them. The Lord sees it. You have your idols, and so much so that you're worshiping other gods. You're passing your children through, sacrificing them. And you're wondering still why these things are happening. And then not only that, but you're but you're blaming the Lord for these things happening. So Isaiah is pointing these out. He's like, you are the one that are causing this. And you wanted this. This is what you wanted. So eventually the Lord's going to allow for consequences to happen. And thus, this is what's happening. And they don't understand it. They're like, well, we've been getting away with this for this long. Why can't we continue? Bringing past to present. Does things like this happen to this day? Whether it be a follower of Christ or not, do we make decisions based off of how we feel, how we think, our own wisdom, and then when we continue on, and when things continue to not go our way, not go how we want them, then are we angry? And we're like, you know what? I did everything I was supposed to do. Do we try to blame the Lord? Think about it. Because, that is something that is not a far off thought for some people. So I encourage you, when you start having those feelings, especially, and I've heard this from people, even people of followers of faith. Well, I don't understand why God did this. That is the time that's like a hint. Draw near. Lord's trying to speak to you. Listen, pray, read, give him praise. Go to a Bible study. Hey, welcome. I hope the Lord is speaking to you. I hope maybe you need to pause this video now and take that moment with the Lord. Give him praise. There is a reason why things happen. Even if it's not good, even if it's something in your life and it's not good, there's a reason. Go to the Lord. He will provide healing. He will provide comfort, relief. He can provide the revelation as of understanding. The reason why this didn't go well is because of these decisions that were made. Did you seek me during this time? No. Or the reason why this didn't go as you planned is because if you were successful, something may have happened. Something would have happened. Not may have happened. Would have happened. And I've had different, and I've said in different Bible studies, examples. Had you went, you would have been in that a bus and you would have been stranded. Had you been successful, you would have not been blessed with the actual blessing that you so rightly are going to get. That I, the Lord, am going to give you because I believe you deserve it. So think about that. Draw near to the Lord. He knows you're upset. He knows you're upset. He knows you're angry. He knows it. He knows you're upset. He knows it. So let him know. Like, say, hey, Lord, I'm coming to you. I'm kind of upset. I'm kind of upset. What's going on? He knows. And trust and believe. He is the good shepherd. He is, every good thing comes from above. He will let you know and provide you that peace. Before we go on, what kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when we read over this? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?